First, fast, accurate. You're watching WSBT-22 News at 5:30.
It's something that many of us have probably never thought of, local children as victims of sex trafficking.
And many think it only happens in bigger cities, but juvenile justice officials say local kids are being lured into this. New at 5:30. The 8th annual Community Summit on Children met today, and WSBT-22's Ed Ernstis tells us it lets area professionals know how to identify potential victims.
The summit at Maple City Chapel brought together more than 450 legal and law enforcement professionals to learn how to recognize the signs of sex trafficking. Juvenile Magistrate Deborah Dominy, who moderated the program, hears from victims in her court on a fairly regular basis.
I do see it in my court. We've had the FBI in our juvenile detention center interviewing children who are arrested for other offenses who have in fact been the victims of sex trafficking.
Victims can typically have low self-esteem, are needy, or feel alienated.
Typically, the child who's trafficked is a child who's vulnerable to begin with, and the traffickers know how to prey on vulnerable children.
Those familiar with the issue who deal with it on a daily basis in the courts, the juvenile justice system, and the legal system say it's not just a big city problem that you find on the east or west coast. It's happening right here in Indiana, right here in our local area. Tracy McDaniel runs a program called Restored that provides victim services for victims of sex trafficking from age 11 to 24.
I mean, we know that trafficking cases are coming out of South Bend and they're coming out of Elkhart, areas that are around here, Chicago. This is a situation that's happening across the state. It's not just happening in Indianapolis. It's starting to spread out in surrounding counties.
Kim Dowling is a circuit court judge in Delaware County. She currently has 6 open cases of sex trafficking in her court.
It's everywhere in Indiana. It's in rural Indiana, and that's the message we're trying to get across, is that it is in your backyard, and we just all need to be aware of it.
Ed Ernstis, WSBT-22 News.
Experts say it's not uncommon for sex trafficking in Indiana. Many times it takes place at events such as the Indy 500, NASCAR races, the Final Four, and the Super Bowl.